Welcome everybody to the webinar. What a great week we just had, and I'm so glad we can get together tonight for our weekly elite meeting. We got so many people here tonight. Thank you for joining us. I got a lot of stuff to go over. Today we're going to kind of go over a few of, just a few subjects that have been brought up this week. I've been talking to a lot of you guys. I've been talking to a lot of my mentors. I've been talking to a lot of leadership. A lot of different leaders in the industry, a lot of different leaders within other businesses. And I have a few things that I want to kind of bring to you guys tonight and kind of show you, kind of give you a few little tips, and we'll kind of go from there. But I'd like to start off with a few announcements, kind of just some things that have kind of come up. First of all, the Kaizen Legacy Shutterfly. Please, if you're not getting, the updates from the Shutterfly, please let me know your email address and I will add you to this, because it's so informative. I do a quote of the day, our calendar, there all kinds of flyers and pictures and anything that you want to find will be here. And so, please get involved with let me get John here. Let me actually go down here. I got flyers, I got video underneath here. I got video. And it's stuff that you can use. It's stuff that you can use for your business, but it's a great thing. And then look at our calendar. And I love to point this out because it shows how active our group is. We're doing stuff that no one else in the industry is doing. And a couple of things. First of all, we don't bug friends and family. Like everybody else out there, we don't bug friends and family. We use the Kaizen Legacy system, and we do it that way. We do it the right way. This is our legit business, and I got a legit system, and we just got to follow it, and I'll show you all aspects. There's like 10 different aspects of the system, and we go through it. We go through it in our training webinar. So every week, we'll be doing the elite meeting, which we're doing tonight. We have our training, which I usually do that around Thursday. I try to do that about on Thursday. And then we got the opportunity webinar. And I spread that out through the week because different people can make it on different nights. And so we got 3 different webinars happening every week. And then we have all the pre-recorded webinars. So got a lot going on. We got a very active group here. And, invite people. Invite people to check it out. Again, we don't bug friends and family. But, if you have a gardener or a pool cleaner or someone that's struggling through their business, they're having a hard time making it, if they're at wit's end, if they're overweight, they need more energy, they're looking for a couple $100 on the side, $500 they want to make, they want to grow their business, if they want to make a career of this, if they want to make 6 figures, man, this is the place to show people where to go. And I will show them the system. I'll walk them through the system. But look at this calendar. It's great. And then every day I have a message. It's a quote of the day. I do last minute. If someone comes up and said, "Hey, can you do a webinar on this?" I'll do webinars all day long if you guys want. But it's just a great way to keep up to date with you guys and let you know what's going on within the biz. Because we're very active. Last week was probably one of the best weeks we've ever had. And it wasn't, and again, I don't want to be the type of group that's out bugging people. I want to be doing stuff right. And if you guys follow my system, you'll have no problem. You won't have to bug people. We don't chase people. I don't like to chase people. And when I started this business, I come from 12 years of the traditional business, and I came into this and I go, I'm going to treat this like a traditional business. And we're going to go after businesses. We're going to go after companies. We're going after people that are sitting home right now watching Dancing with the Stars or American Idol, and that guy or that girl is saying to themselves, "Man, I wish I had I wish I was doing something better. I'm more productive than this. I'm better than this. I wish I had a company or a business that I can do on the side to make extra money. I would be so into that, but I don't know how to get started. I don't know what to do. I wish someone could kind of hold my hand and show it to you." And that's where we come in. We want to reach out to every entrepreneur out there, and there's a lot of them, or every person that's unhappy with their job, there's a lot of them, or every company out there, For example, my gardener, very seasonal business. In the summer, he might have some trimming trees and stuff, but it's very up and down. And so I introduced the business to him, and now he does this on the side in his spare time. And he's actually making more now with the Kaizen Legacy Bima business than he was making at his gardening. Another one, mortgage brokers. Being a mortgage broker these days is, getting something done is like 3 or 4 months. You get paid every 3 or 4 months. And so this kind of fills that time. Real estate agent. There's a lot. it goes on and on and on. Beauticians, barbers, and that's part of my Kaizen, just part of it, the Kaizen system. So I want to just, if you guys aren't hooked up with my Shutterfly, let me know. I have my websites on here. I have a dashboard I just updated that's killer. And so, go there, check it out. Anything that I find, I stick there. That would be helpful for you guys. So again, you are with a very active group, and we're going to do. So today I put together a PowerPoint, just a few slides I want to go through, and these are subjects that have been brought up to me in the past weeks. Again, from you guys, kind of asking questions about it, and also in talking to people in the industry, leaders. I kind of want to go over a few things. So I'm going to go to that slideshow right here, and let's get started. Okay, it's right here. Okay, Kaizen Legacy, that's the name of the company. Basically, we're a development company, and we're out there just to help people develop in whatever their company may be. If like my pool guy, he checks in all the time. The gardener, check in all the time. We're here to develop you, help you market, help you grow your business. If you choose our business, which is Vima, then that's great. If not, no big deal. Okay, keys to success. What does it take to be successful in any business? First of all, what is your why? And I'm on this all the time. I'm talking about this, and I'm kind of, I bug you guys about this. You got to know what your why is. A lot of you guys will start off, and this will be a part-time gig, and this will just be part-time. You'll be working full-time in your job. And I always tell you, you work hard at this for 2 years, and hard, put an hour a day in for 2 years, and you'll be able to, basically set yourself up for life. And that's what we're talking about here. So, but you got to find out what your why is. Figure out why you're doing this. Maybe it's you need more money. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe it's your wife's working and you want her home with the kids. Maybe you want a new car. And maybe it's, I don't know what your why is. I always told you, what my why is. I love to coach. I love to train. I love development. I love developing. I love taking a company from its infant stage and watch it grow. And that's what I'm into. I'm into helping people that are out there that maybe they're at wit's end. Maybe they've had their they're on their last dollar. Maybe it's they're just overweight and they need help with that. Maybe they're mentally not where they want to be. Maybe they're ready for a career change. That's what I'm here for. And that's what I'm here for. So you guys definitely contact me. If you have any of these kind of hot buttons, if they kind of go, oh, Ken, that's me. Then, if I'm talking about you out there, just call me. I'm here to talk. I'm here to help, and I will walk you through this process. I will spend individual time, or if it's not me, someone else on my team will spend individual time. We'll make sure you're successful. But you've got to find out what that why is. You got to get that burning desire in your gut, where when I started my business back in 1999 out of my garage, I was up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And it wasn't I'm sitting there, oh, man, I got to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. It was, man, I was so pumped up. I was so excited about having my own company that I just wanted to make sure it was successful. And it's kind of like, if you're going out and you're spending $1 million on a company, you're going to make sure that company is successful if you have to work your butt off. Pretend like you just spent your life savings on starting this company, and I guarantee you, you will work a lot harder. Dream. I mean, you got to dream. We're all put in this box, and everybody tells us not to dream anymore. Everybody tells us not to, don't look at that Harley. You can't afford that. Everybody tells us, why are you, thinking about buying a house? You can't afford a new house. People are telling us and putting us in a box. You can't go on a vacation. I tell you, go out and dream. And I mean, this weekend or tomorrow or the next day, go sit on a Harley if that's what you want. If you want to go to a travel agent and pick out what vacation you want to go on. I mean, do something. If you want to send your son or daughter to college, start looking at colleges, because you know what? That why will come clear really quick. I mean, it's if you don't know how to dream, you probably don't know what your why is. Okay, so they kind of go hand in hand. So figure out what that dream is, and it's different from all of us. But it's figure out what dream is, and you'll figure out what your why. And then the third part of this whole thing is set goals. Set your goals, short term. I mean, you can set them day by day. I mean, you can have day by day goals. This today, I want to make, this many this. I want to do this. I want to make sure. And so you can set that monthly goals. If you guys out there that are new, if you haven't received the roadmap to success, let me know right after this so I can get that out to you, because that's the way you set goals. Either myself or Jeff will walk you through it. I mean, I'm talking about yearly, monthly, every 3 months, every 6 months, and then every month, and then every week. We just get it down to like a day. So if you want to make this much, here's what you got to do every day. Okay, so we really, this is methodical. This is not something we're going to throw mud against the wall and see what sticks. We do this methodically. And so it's, treat it like a true business. If you treat this like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. If you treat it like a true business, legitimate business, you will get paid like a business. So set those goals. Okay, next one. I know this is a little hard for some of you guys because, some of you guys, when you got involved with this, you thought you were going to push a couple strokes of the key and you make $1 million. There's no such thing. I mean, there's no such thing out there as, you guys got to work. Bottom line, whatever you do, if you're a stockbroker or if you're a ditch digger, you got to work. This is network marketing. I mean, you got to work, and it's not hard work. It's fun work. I mean, we market, we have fun, we think of different things, we think outside the box. I mean, we do things you can't do on your own. You don't have a boss to guide you, to tell you what to do. We try different things. We see what works. We see what doesn't. And we go through, we establish relationships. This is a business of relationships, of just establishing relationships. And that's what, when I have my traditional business, when I got to college and I wanted my business, I want to start a business. Finally, in 1999, I started my business, and I wanted, basically, I love establishing relationships with vendors and everybody's having a good time, or we're getting together, we're having parties and this and that. But it comes, a traditional business, all of a sudden, all you're doing is going to, doing accounting crap. Wrestling with, vendors to make sure, they handling employee problems. And this is the ultimate business, because you know what? All we're doing is we're establishing, we're working with a team, and we're establishing relationships. And man, how fun is that? And if you guys aren't comfortable, not quite comfortable with like reaching out to people, then we work with your strengths, and then we try to strengthen your weaknesses. Okay, so I sit down and we figure out the best way to do this, because there's a million different ways to do this business. And the great thing is, everybody out there has a strength, and everybody out there has a weakness, and we figure out how to do it. So I got people on I got guys on my team. I got a guy that's a professional musician. I got a guy on my team that's builds surfboards for a living. All walks of life, and that's what's so awesome. It doesn't matter, what race you are, how old you are, where you live. None of that matters. This is an equal playing ground, and we can just, and the difference is you're on a very active team. surrounding yourself with the best leaders. I mean, the leadership in this team is by far the best. And you put yourself in a really good situation, where the training is going to be coming at you. The exposure to the different events are going to be amazing. And not only that is, you want to be on an active team because of the way this business works. We all are successful off of other, we all work together as a team. And that's what's so great. I can only be successful if you're successful. It's, positive change only happens when people help people. And that's what this is all about. Okay. Use of the product. I have a lot of people, they're like, I don't, they haven't even tried the product, and they, it's, you guys, this is basically it's the same stuff you buy at, 7-Eleven, at the GNC, at the grocery store, but we're buying it from our own companies. That's the only difference. The product is incredible. There's all different kinds of products. If you're into energy drinks, man, this is the place. If you're into losing weight, this is the place. If you're into like a Gatorade product, this is the place. If you're into anything basically, GNC, if you need to stay healthy, we have a vitamin that is just, it is by far the best vitamin supplement ever. And to let you know, and actually, I think we'll get into it later. I'm sorry, I won't get into that, okay? And then the next thing is, don't give up. You guys just hang in there. I know a few of you guys get started and you got real busy with your other job and hang in there. Let me hold your hand and kind of help you out. If you don't have time, let me do a lot of heavy lifting. Okay, we got a whole team here, Just make out, if you can cut out just an hour here, an hour there, that's all it takes. So don't give up. Stay in there. Have that drive. Want more, and I'm not saying, let's not be greedy. Let's not be, all about, this is all about people. This is all about, helping each other. But, we all want to, especially if you have kids, you want to set a good example, lead by example. That's the way I teach. I lead by example. I'll work just as hard or harder than anybody out there because I want to lead by example and show you that, hey, this is what it's all about. And that's why one of the reasons I named this webinar Integrity. That's the word of October for our team is integrity. I want us to be doing this job with 100% integrity. And we're going to get, again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so don't give up. Okay, and again, this is not the perfect business. You're going to have hard days. You're going to have easy days. At first, and this goes along with the don't give up, it's a little harder. You got to do some things you're a little uncomfortable with. Just like if you start a new job anywhere else. You got to learn some stuff. You got to do some stuff that are a little uncomfortable. You kind of got to go outside your comfort zone. You got to kind of put some other stuff aside. If you, especially you guys, if you're watching that crap on TV, put it aside. This is much more productive. Let's learn. We're going to learn some things. We're going to read a lot of books. If you're just starting out, it's all about books. It's all about reading. It's about watching videos. It's about feeding your brain and just getting better and better. Okay, so this is not perfect. There's no perfect business out there. And Eric Worre, and I have this on my Kaizen Legacy site. If you haven't seen it, go to the marketing part of my KaizenLegacy.com. And in the marketing department, part of that, there's a Eric Worre does a GoPro, and it's basically not just network marketing, but just GoPro, and he kind of dissects the different companies out. Not different companies, different types of work out there. If you're a sales guy, there's upsides to being a salesperson, and there's really downside. And downside is, you might have a big sale, but you might not see another sale for months. As soon as you start making money in sales, all of a sudden the company restructures. So there's lots of ups and downs in every type of business. If you look at and dissect everything, there's no perfect business or no perfect job. But network marketing is a better way to do things, especially when you do it with integrity, with value, and you treat, you just, if you see it, if you see what it is and how we're doing it and how we're building and how we're helping people. Okay, how we are different. Here's where I'm going to get into some, some things I was in the last slide, I kind of jump ahead of myself. I'm sorry. And if you guys know me, I get off on tangents here and there. And I want to get through this webinar as fast as possible, because what we're going to do next week is I'm going to try to do a half-hour webinar, and then we're going to half-hour discussion on, just what people can say, what they're doing that's, working. Because I got a team here that, I last week I didn't think we can do what we did, and we did it because you guys are working your ass off. So, okay, how we are different. No other company of this type has the motto, no more friends and family. No more friends. And when I started this company, I struggle with it big time, and I think everybody else does that. They struggle. I wish there was a system. I love the whole business model, but I don't want to have to go after my friends and family. It's just like insurance. When you get insurance, if you're in insurance or you're just getting an insurance, that's what they do. First thing is they write down all your friend and family members. We're going to go after them. I don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, so I develop and I spend a lot of money, a lot of time, and about a year coming up with a great system. Not a system like, everybody else out there, there's hundreds of different systems on the internet. This is not that system. First of all, I don't charge you for it. And second of all, this is not, a system where I get you pumped up and then it's the same old, hey, go out and sell. This is not a pump up thing. This is not, Tony Robbins. Let's get you pumped up. Again, nothing against those kind of people. But, and I do like to pump you up, but I want to give you some substance. I want you to come away from my webinars going, holy moly, not only did Ken, he was talking to me, but he really gave me some tools for my toolbox. He gave me a lot of stuff to think about. He gave me a system that I can be successful with. And that's what it's all about. It's all about coming out with having a nice, robust webinar that actually talks to you and tells you what to do. And so that's what we do in our training. Some weeks you can learn how to be a bit better leader. Other weeks you become how to be a better person. That's what I'm all about. And other weeks I just focus on, most of them, I focus on growing your business, marketing. We market, and we fail sometimes. But the great thing is we get back up. So no friends and family. And the great thing is when you tell people that, they go, oh, well, I'm going to check this out, because they never heard anything like that. So, and the weird thing is, and it's kind of it screws with your mind, is I had a guy that joined with me last week. Great kid. And I told him we don't do friends and family. Okay, well, I'm going to show you a system. And I started showing him the system. And he got so fired up, he goes, I got to tell my friend about this. And his friend signed up. But so it's, even though I said that, he's still, but some people are totally comfortable with going after friends and family, totally cool. Whatever. And then we think outside the box. Again, we're trained in our jobs that we're in right now, currently, or whatever, to not say anything or do anything, or you're wrong. Here's the way we do it. I don't do that. I got people calling me, hey, what about this, Ken? What about this? What if we try that? And I try everything. Because you never know what's going to work. And that's what's so fun about this. It's like going fishing. You never know what you're going to catch. So it's pretty cool. Not afraid to fail. This is, again, you got to be going at this not afraid to fail. If you fail, you get back up, you do it again. You fail, you get back up, you do it again. You fail, you get back up, you do it again. And the thing is, if you pull that failure, that fear of failure out of the equation, we're just free. So, and then we value and integrity is what this is all about. And if people don't see it, so be it. So be it. That's what my grandfather always said to me. Hey, Ken, man, if people don't see what we see, so be it. We can't do anything. We're not forcing anybody to do anything. This is all we do is inform people. We inform people of what we do, and they make a decision on what they like. I always say at the end of my webinar is one of four. After I lay out the business methodically, and then they can make the choice. And I do those webinars so they can go home, they can watch it on their own time, and they can sit there, relax with a beer or whatever, and just watch it and make a educated decision on, should I do this or should I not? And when they're done with the webinar, they're one of four people. They love it. They want to get started. Great, let's get going. Two, they love the product. They want to start with the product. Maybe if they want to lose weight, or they want more energy, or they want vitamins. Great, let's get you the product. Let's get you some samples. Three, have questions. Excellent. Call us, email us, text us. We're transparent. We're honest. We'll tell you how it is. Four, not interested. No problem. If you know anybody looking to lose weight, more energy, better health, maybe make a little money on the side, $500, $1,000 a month, or maybe they want to change a career. Maybe they want to make six figures. Let's go for it. Send them our way. So that's kind of how we end. That's it. And I'm just informing them. And again, my websites are for you guys to use. I'm up to 8 different websites now, and they're for you guys to send your people. They like it or they don't, and they make a decision at the end. That's it. That's how simple this business is. And people just make it more complicated than it is. But we do it with values, and we do it with integrity. I want people to look at this company and go, I see the value. I see the value in this company, and I can't, I have to give it a try. And again, we always have a full, if you're not 110% satisfied with it, we have full money back guarantee. I don't do this to take anybody's money. I do this because I want to see you guys grow. And then integrity, you guys really go and look up the word integrity tonight on Wikipedia or your dictionary or whatever. And that's how we want to do this business. That's how we want to live our lives. I have 3 boys, and I want this world to be a better place when I leave it. And the only way it's going to happen is if I try to make it the best thing I do. Make the right decisions, do the right thing. And it starts with this, building a legacy. And that's what this is all about. And go hard. Whether you work hard, play hard, whatever, just go hard. Do it, man. I had a son that had one in college now. He called me last week and said he had a friend that had a girlfriend of his that had got a bacterial meningitis, and she died. She died. We're so fragile. We're so fragile, and everything can end in like that. So why squirm through life like a lot of us do? Why don't we go hard, man? Why don't we do it with integrity? Why don't we do it the right way? And that's what this is all about. Just giving everything to everything. If we want what we want, let's go get it. And that's what it's all about. And then the products. And again, I can go into the energy drinks. I can go into the best weight loss program ever. The weight loss program is by far nothing like I've ever seen. The energy drinks are incredible. But what I want to focus on right now is, did you guys know, and I got called out about what was it, a couple weeks ago, I was doing a webinar. And I said, my same thing is, 10%, if you take a pill form of vitamin C or a pill form of like Centrium, the multivitamin, your body only absorbs about 10%, is it what I was saying in the webinar. And someone called me out after the webinar. They call me or they text me, can you give me some verification of the 10%? It seems a little weird because my other thing is liquid form, like Bima, you absorb 98%. And I looked it up and I did my research. I do my due diligence, and I found out that 3%, we actually only absorb 3% of pill form. Okay, whether it's vitamin C, whether it's your multivitamin, whatever it may be, in pill form, your body only absorbs 3%. And beyond that, it takes a long time to enter the bloodstream. But with liquid vitamin, which is all the Vima products, if 98% of your body is 98% of the liquid vitamin is absorbed by the body, and not only that, it's entered the bloodstream instantly. So I mean, it's, these products, you can talk about all the energy drinks, you can talk about the weight loss, you can talk about, our new body line coming out, which is for fitness and nutrition. You can talk about, this and that. Our Gatorade product. You can talk about our Next, which are a kids drink. You can talk about all that stuff, but the bottom line is this liquid vitamin is like gold. It's like nothing else you've ever seen. So even if we had that only, this would be a very, very, very successful company like it is today. All right, hey, I like to show, I just developed this. I'm a chart guy, and I wanted to kind of show you, because a lot of guys are going, Ken, I've been working it. Again, you guys can, this is a volunteer business, but I urge you guys, put aside 1 hour a day, because I got too many guys that are saying, Thursday's my Vima day. When it comes Thursday, then I'll spend a couple hours and do it. It's just like working out. It's just like a diet. If you guys do it 1 day a week, it's not going to go anywhere. If you worked out 1 day a week, all you would do is be sore. If you do this, and it says right here, if you do it 1 day a week, you expect about $150 a month. And this is the sample of this were people within the first 6 months of starting Vima. Okay, so in the first 6 months, if you worked it 1 day a week, you can expect about $150, something like that. Okay, if you worked it 2 days a week, and this is working about 45 minutes, you can expect about $200. Okay, whatever. And here's where we start getting interesting. You work it 3 days a week, and it's so not only are you putting time to it, but it's more and more commitment. As you put more time, your commitment level goes up, and you'll see the growth here. 3 days, you're looking around $400. 4 days, $600. A little bit of growth, and here's where it gets interesting. 5 days, all of a sudden you're about $1,400 a month in the first 6 months. Then we got 6 days, you're about $1,700, and then 7 days, first 6 months, you're looking about $1,900. So that's, some people did a lot less, some people did a lot more. Okay, because again, we're all a little different, but this is kind of what you can expect. And so the guys out there that are going, 1 day a week I spend an hour a day, 1 day a week. You guys, just like working out, just like going on a diet, you can't do it. You got to be full. Put aside 45 minutes. We all got 45 minutes. Don't watch Dancing with Stars. Don't watch The Voice. Don't watch Sponge. But whatever you watch, just put it aside for a little while. Just put it aside. Put some time and really treat this like a true business, and you'll see what happens. Okay, building a legacy. It's here's this is again, this is not all. We got to go to all my marketing things. I got hours and hours and hours of marketing webinars, but these are kind of what we're kind of focusing on now. And it kind of goes back to, first of all, the niche markets. The niche markets have spent a lot of money developing all these sites where all we do is reach out to these different niches, and it may be, like I said, a broker. It might be a recruiter. Again, all these, and what I do is, so say we're reaching out to a barber. I try to hit on some of his hot buttons. What do you want to make more money? You want to grow your business. Maybe this is not your end game, I tell him. Maybe you want to do this. Maybe you want to do that. Check out the Kaizen Legacy System. And I send him to my webinar. And that's how the niche market works. We're going after truck drivers. We're going after every sales guy at a cell phone agency. We're going after that. Every niche you can think of, we're going after them, because there's a percentage of people in every niche business, and it's a lot of them are business owners. Every business out there wants to, how many times have you gone through the mall and there's I mean, you go by business and there's not one person in there. I mean, that person's probably paying 5-10 grand for that place, and then if their livelihood is getting people in there, you might want to approach them. So those are the niche markets, and there's a lot of different ways, and that's what I show in my system. I show you how to do it, how to reach out, through the internet, through tons of different ways. There's so many different ways to reach out. Okay, local area. This is a really important thing because I know in LA, everybody in LA, Ventura County, there's nothing here. And probably, I'll bet you, because we got about 4 countries represented here, I bet if you look in your area, there's nothing going on when it comes to BIMA. So we really got to work hard on our local area, and that could be advertising. There's a lot of different ways we can do that. And again, I'll discuss these in all my marketing webinars. You can go back there and check it out right now, right after this. But also, look for those areas that have very little or no industry. Okay? I used to live in a place called Grand Junction, Colorado. There is no industry. So a lot of people are open to businesses like this. A business on the side where they're a waitress or waiter during the day. They can go home and do their business and make some extra money. So look at those little niche areas that could be, that don't have industry, and people will be more open to something like this. Okay, I want to go after every person that sells on eBay or Craigslist. eBay and Craigslist is, to sell there, and I'm not talking about people like you and I that sell, here and there, I guess an extra pair of this, and I'm going to sell whatever. I'm talking about guys that do it for not a living, but do it on the side, or they do it as a living. It's a lot of work to sell on Craigslist and eBay. You got to tracking numbers, PayPal, and then they do a reversal because the post office lost the package. You guys all know what I'm talking about. It's a pain in the butt, and all these guys would be very open. First of all, they probably most of them are organized, and they know how to run a business, and so they'd be very open to looking at another business or just adding it to their existing business. So another great niche, weight loss. We have the best weight loss products out there. We have the Chris and Heidi Powell, the biggest name in the industry. We have the app that is absolutely insane. That tells you, when you first start it, you put in your weight, you put in your body measurements, you put in this, you take a picture of yourself, and then every day it gives you reminders, and it tracks all the stats, and it suggests things to eat, and it says, today's a high carb day. Here's what we want to eat. This, or this. Oh, today's a high protein day. Here's what we want to eat. This, or this. Okay, we want to do some kind of exercise today. How about this? How about that? Chris and Powell are talking. It's like having a fitness, $1,000 a day fitness person by your side, showing you how to do it. So, it is the best weight loss program out there, and we don't push it hard enough. So that's one way we want to get it out to anybody and everybody. This is something we just do I'm going to do a webinar just focusing, drilling down on the whole weight loss, marketing that weight loss program, or weight loss, weight loss. War market. Again, this is your choice. I don't do it, but if you want to approach your warm market, let me know. We can approach it together. We can, do it the right way. I just don't want you going to that broke uncle sitting on the couch that's tried every business in the world and failed, and him tell you that you're out of your mind, and you lose your spirit. You lose your dreams. You lose your why. Don't let that happen, okay? Because that drunk uncle sitting on the couch that's tried every business and failed has no clue, okay? So please approach me. We'll talk about it. I'm happy to do it. Again, it's not my deal, but it's fine with me. And then all entrepreneurs. Like I said, there's so many guys and girls right now sitting at home watching some lame show thinking to themselves, I'm better than this. I'm more productive than this. I'm a better person than this. What am I doing sitting here doing nothing? I want to start a business. I don't know how. I wish there was someone out there, some kind of training company that can show me how to do it, give me the products, and I will work my ass off. That's who we're reaching out to. And okay, so that's my the deck I put together, the PowerPoint deck. I got just a quick. I went through that pretty quick. I got a quick. I don't know if you ever heard of him, E.T. Eric Thomas. He is a motivator, and I wanted to show this. It's a YouTube video that he put out because it kind of goes into a little different. We all talk about you got to get better. Again, that's what Kaizen's all about, is slow growth over time. We all talk about that. We all talk about this, but we don't talk about putting yourself in the right situation. And I feel that everyone out there has made the right choice to be with us, and you've really put yourself in a really good situation, surrounding yourself with true leaders. So I want to show you this because this is all about that, putting yourself in the right situation. I'll be back right after. We'll talk about a few things, and we'll be out. Okay, here it is.
Very closely. Listen very closely. E.T. blew up, right? Because we've been talking about miracle territory. That's what this thing is about. It's about miracle territory. And I've been telling you that you got to seed what you need. And I've been putting the emphasis on the seed, right? If you want apple trees, you got to plant apple seeds. I've been telling you, if you want a watermelon patch, you got to plant a watermelon seed. I told you that the seed is important because the characteristics of what you want, the characteristics of what you need, the characteristics of your goals are wrapped up in that seed. And so that seed is so important. Lauren Hill put it best. She said, how you going to win when you ain't right within? How you going to win when you ain't right within? Come again. And so what I'm telling you, yes, the seed is important, but I'm going to take it to another level today. Yep, the seed is important because who you are is critical. But not only is the seed important, but where you plant your seed is important. See, you can't be successful in life, even if you got great seed, if you planted it in contaminated soil. You heard what I said. You can't plant a good seed. You can't plant a great seed in contaminated soil. And so you better catch this principle. Thanks, Shannon. My boy Shannon gave me this. Listen to me. You got to go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Woo! I hope you caught that. You better hear what I'm telling you. You need to go where you're celebrated and not where you tolerated.
I should have warned you guys. E.T.'s a little, he gets into it. Okay, so bear with it. The message is what we're focused on here, and not, again, I love it. I can watch them all day long, and if you ever want to, if you go to the dashboard, the Beema dashboard, or not the Beema dashboard, my Kaizen Legacy dashboard, I have every season, and just watch him, man. He's really fun to watch, and really great motivation speaker.
And I'm going to tell you something. E.T. went to a whole other level. Same E.T., same energy, same passion, but I had a brick wall. I had this glass ceiling that I couldn't get to the next level when I was around people and I was around environments where people tolerated me. What does tolerate mean? Tolerate means people don't really value. They accept you, right? They don't really value. They tolerate you. They put up with you, but they not necessarily happy. And so I was in places where people couldn't hear my message because of the hat. People couldn't get, hip-hop. He hip-hop. He don't wear suits. He don't dress up. And so they couldn't hear my message because they couldn't get past the hat. They couldn't get past they didn't care about my character. They didn't care about what I was saying. They was caught up on stuff. So although we were hanging around each other, and although I may have been employed by them, I couldn't go to my next level. Why? Because they were so caught up on what I looked like that, again, they couldn't get the message. And so when I got out of places where people just tolerated me, understand what I'm saying? In a situation where people tolerate, I've had supervisors that tolerated me. They didn't value my gift. They didn't understand my creativity, right? And so they tolerated me. And in an environment where people just tolerate you, you know what I'm saying? You got to catch it. It's envy, it's jealousy, it's bitterness, it's confusion, it's strife. And we spend so much time talking about my hat. We spend so much time talking about the fact that I didn't wear a suit. We spend so much time talking about all kind of other stuff that I never really had time to do what I did. But once I got out of those environments and I got into a place where people started to celebrate me, value you. You got to look it up in the dictionary. They say the word celebrate, right? It is to highly praise. It is to appreciate. It is to value. It's to celebrate. And when I got in places where people start celebrating me, I went to a whole other level. When people weren't tripping on my hat and they started loving the message. When people weren't tripping on what I wore. When people start, valuing my gift. gift and my creativity and what I brought to the table, man, I went to another level. Financially, let me tell y'all something. Financially, your boy.
All right, he just goes into, some of the things he's doing right now. But anyways, I wanted to get that message across because it's not all about improving ourselves, but we got to improve our situations. And I congratulate every single one of you guys for really putting yourself in a good situation with this, being here tonight, and really doing what it takes to be a better person. One last thing, and we talked about giving up earlier. I read this book. It's a book I finished a while back. Malcolm Gladwell, Outliers, and I really suggest you read this book. It's a really great book. But his thing was, and I believe this. You've got to put in 10,000 hours to master anything. 10,000 hours to master anything. Okay, so I look at my business when I started out in the garage, and I was putting in I would get home, have dinner, start about 6 and go at about 2 o'clock in the morning. I did that for 6 months. So you start adding up the time. All of a sudden, at that 6 months, 6-9 months, that's when we moved into a big warehouse. That's where I kind of took off. But it was probably right around that 10,000 hours. So, I got guys that they'll put in a couple hours in the evenings and they won't see any instant response and you give up. And you guys got to be better than that. We got to be better than that. We got to work harder than that. 10,000 hours, you guys put in 2 hours and you're ready to give up. Believe me, this works. And if it's not working for you, if you put in a solid 2-3 weeks and you don't see anything, you're doing something wrong. You just contact me and we'll get it right. We'll get it right. Believe me, we'll make sure this thing is you're successful with this. And that's it. That's all I got to say today. You guys have a great evening. Always let me know about the Shutterfly. You can call me, text me, email me at any time, and let me know what I'll help you. I'm here for you. I got a whole team that are here for you. Okay, let's work hard. Let's go out. Let's go do this week what we did last week and let people know the value of your company, and let's do it with integrity. Have a good week. Bye-bye.